afternoon. This is Jim Lakey with news and announcements for St. John and Maxville, Kansas on Cable Channel 3, and for anyone who's interested on sandylandcenter.org. Today is Monday, it's the 18th of June. The temperature at noon is 93 degrees. We're looking for a sunny and windy day today with a temperature of 101. And the way it's going outside, it might even be more than that. Then sunny for Tuesday and Wednesday, 99 on Tuesday, and then a real cool 92 on Wednesday. Partly cloudy on Thursday and 93, sunny on Friday and 97, and Saturday sunny and 101 again. We have no birthdays for today, but happy birthday tomorrow to Tara Nelson. We hope, Tara, you have a great birthday. Then we have a menu from our friends in Maxville at the VIP Center. They're having Salisbury steak and creamed peas and carrots today, oven fried chicken and scalloped potatoes tomorrow, and Swiss steak and baked potato on Wednesday. And we might as well do Thursday too. Roast beef with gravy on Thursday at the VIP Center in Maxville. Then there's just one last trip in the month for the Recreation Commission in St. John, and they're going to the casino Tuesday the 26th. It's in Dodge City, and they leave at 8 and they're back by 4, and it's the same as they always do. The casino is 9:30 to 2:30. Shopping at the mall is from 10 until noon. And you do need to register because it might be easy to fill 12 seats. And the last thing I have for you, I haven't had time to make a formal kind of report, but it's about the engine controls that would have to be put on our power plant engines. And it's a federal regulation, and it's called the RICE regulation, reciprocating internal combustion engines. And that's the National Emission Standards for Hazardous Air Pollutants. So this is a federal law, and any reciprocating engines that generate electricity have to meet the standards of the law, even though we only run ours 6 to 8 days in a year. And the survey that was handed out is really important because it could be anywhere from $30,000 to $80,000 for our 3 engines. And each engine would be different. And the city doesn't want to guess as to how much it's going to cost or to make that public, because we want to make sure that the people who are bidding on it don't have an idea of the most that we would be willing to pay. So they don't want us to think about how much it might be, although it could be quite a lot. But the price of the engines is not the important thing for us to do something about right now, because there's nothing we can do about that. But the survey that they sent out, where you had to put a check mark as to which income level you're in, it's important, because if we have 51% of our people below the amount that you have to have for income, then we can get a 75% grant, perhaps. It's 75% or less, depending on how much gets spent. So 75% of that amount of money that it looks like we'll have to spend for the engine is very significant. But there's another good reason to make sure you fill out the survey. And I'm not sure what percentage of the surveys have to be filled out to be valid. But the one thing I know is that if we do the survey and we qualify, that is good for 10 years. So if there's some other thing that happens that the city needs, that they could get a grant by having a low income city, we wouldn't have to do a survey again, and we'd know for sure that we qualified, and it would be good for the next 10 years after we do the survey. So if you haven't filled out the survey, make sure that you do and get it in. Now there's no way they can know who you are because the city had sent a list of places that have electric bills to Dodge City, to this company that does secret surveys, and they're the ones who sent out the survey to you, and that's where it gets mailed back to Dodge City. And all you are is a number. And so all they're going to do is to count how many we have of each, each income group, to count how many or how many percent of us are in each category, and that's what they'll tell the city. They're not going to tell the city what any individual does, and actually they won't even know either because they put a number on the survey and they don't look at your name when they tabulate the result. So it's a totally anonymous survey, but it's really important to the city because there could be other things. I mean, look at, we've got the water plant that we're halfway into now, and we are qualified to get a kind of grant to help with that. But things happen that you have to take care of, and especially when you don't know what the federal government's going to do to you in terms of what you have to do. And it's not a question of the city or the council members voting for something. They have no choice. They can do that, or the feds will come down and seal our engines, or they'll come down and put some of us in prison or something for not complying with the order of the EPA. And it's similar to that for the water plant. The city really has little choice. We can choose which of the ways that they approve to do that fits our city best, but we can't choose whether to do it or not, or whether to pay for it or not. And it's the same way with this for our engine, and I think it's a catastrophe for us to have to pay, to even think about having to pay that much money so we can have our emergency electricity and a little bit of a discount off our electric rate. But in any case, make sure you do that survey because it'll be good for 10 years, and who knows what else we may need help with. And I'm helping that with 75%. We will be able to afford complying with their directive without having to have our electric rate raised a whole lot. Anyway, that's all the news and announcements I have for you. If somebody needs help filling out their survey, come on into the Shepherd Center and I'll help you fill it out. And I expect they would help you fill it out at City Hall, or a lot of other folks in town would help you fill it out. And it's not embarrassing. It's a real simple survey, but any kind of survey you have to fill out for the government is almost impossible to understand. And the information is easy, but putting the right check mark is sometimes hard to understand. Well, in any case, we hope that you have a great week. And the word of the day is this, which is kind of appropriate. The person who's rowing the boat usually doesn't have any time to rock it. This is Jim Lakey, hoping you have a good day.